remembering Martin Luther King Jr. through his powerful words. The Milford Museum will be hosting Reverend Dr. John Moore Saturday as he presents the speeches that brought people to fight racial inequality together 55 years ago. As Coast TV's Tori Seagrave shows us, the civil rights leader had a major effect on the Milford community.
Oh, let freedom ring from the prodigious hilltops of New Hampshire.
While this man may sound an awful lot like Martin Luther King Jr., he is actually an impersonator. Reverend Dr. John Moore has reiterated the strong words of the activist for almost 30 years, everywhere from here in Delaware to Korea.
He talked about making sure that you supported the justice movement so that we can make sure that our country was the best that it could be. So I got ignited by that. So I wanted to be a part of that. And so now, as I do these speeches, I take them to every place that I can in order to be able to keep his legacy alive, because I feel like that's what my calling is right now.
And Moore is even more like MLK than his voice. He's also a pastor, and King is his fraternity brother. According to Tom Summers at the Milford Museum, King's effect on the Milford community alone has rippled in the last 55 years.
Well, some of the ways that we see now is Milford was basically a southern town where there was segregation. That has obviously changed. Our mayor now is African American. There have been other changes which have taken place within the government and within the society here in Milford, and that's very important.
Continuing to remember the legacy that ended in racial equality.
Free at last! Free at last! Thank God Almighty! We're free at last.
The Milford Museum's presentation on the life of Martin Luther King Jr. and more of Reverend John Moore's impersonations will take place tomorrow at 1 o'clock at the Milford Public Library. I'm Tori Seagraves in Milford, Coast TV News.